if the background looks whack, or if I look whack, if my hair looks whack, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Um, all right, video. I have spent a lot of today crying because, well, I'm not going to say why, but I've spent a lot of today crying, and I thought I would channel this sadness into my YouTube channel. That's one thing about me. No matter how sad I am, I will make a bad joke. Anyway, I thought I would channel it into making a YouTube video and just see what arises. I think what I would like to talk about is being stuck in a rut. Uh, but not only that, being stuck in a rut and knowing that you have the power to not be in said rut. It adds another layer of, I want to say, difficulty. And it is difficulty because if you're stuck in a rut and you think that there's nothing you can do to get out of it, it's sort of safe because you're like, well, I can't do anything about it. And you just sort of surrender to it. And there is peace in surrendering. But when you're stuck in a rut and you know that you have the power to change it, there's no surrendering there. There's no peace. It's just, you have to do it. Okay, there's one thing about humans that I don't want to say annoys me, but it frustrates me. I guess it's sort of the same thing. But when people say, I want my life to change, I don't like how my life is, I want it different, I want it to change, and then they continue doing the same thing day in and day out. So, how is change going to come from the same? Like, the only way that change can happen when you're not changing anything are things outside of your control. Like, and I feel like they're mainly catastrophic things. So do you really want to leave all your change up to the universe without doing anything about it? I do make changes in my life, and I have been. The fact that I'm recording a YouTube video when I'm sad is a really big change because old me would have just kept crying. This is very personal. You know what? You're a bunch of strangers. And if someone I know is watching this, um, it is what it is. I think why I am in a rut, and I have been for a few months now, even though I'm like in a productive rut. It's like I'm making gradual changes and then I get stumped, and it's almost like I revert back to myself before I made the change. And it's been like this for a few months, and I don't quite understand because yeah, I'm a big believer that if you want your life to change, you have to make changes. But I'm making changes and my life does change for a little bit and then it reverts back, and I'm sort of thinking, what am I doing wrong? Something's just clicked with me. I think the changes I'm making in my life aren't big enough. I'm quite risk averse, and I'm quite calculated, and I think things through, and I'm responsible. And I think maybe that is what's holding me back. Wow. You know what? Wow, this is actually helping my sadness. Who would have thought recording yourself talking would help you realize things? Because this is a video, I'm going to make something out of it. Okay, so I understand that to change your life, you have to make changes in your life. And so I have been. Uh, some small, some a little bit bigger, but I've stayed consistent with my changes and it has helped. But then I found myself stuck in the rut again, even after my changes. So then I implement more changes, more small changes, and then I do that for a bit, and then I'm feeling good, and then I get stuck in the rut again. And I know that getting stuck in a rut is a good thing to happen every now and then, because you can sort of, take a step back, think about what you're doing, and then make necessary changes to go in the direction that you want in life. My ruts have been too consistent. It's been a few months where I've consistently felt really, really good rut, really, really good rut, really, really good rut. And it's too much. Like, I don't remember that many ruts happening in such a short amount of time. Like, usually I'm doing okay, and there's a big, life change happens, a big rut happens, and then I change my life accordingly. But I've just realized that the changes I'm making are not big enough. They're not risky enough. They're too calculated. I'm making too calculated of change, which is very on brand for me. I would say I'm quite responsible when I think things through. And it's not to say that, calculated and thought out changes don't work. And they do work because I've implemented small changes and my life does change. But actually, after going through this for like 7 months, I think I need to make a really, really big change. I think that's it. If you understand that to change your life, you have to make changes, and you are making changes, and your life is changing, but then you're finding yourself stuck in a rut more often than not, maybe you need to make a bigger change. One that's a little bit more risky. Look at me still being calculated. Don't do too much risk. Just do a little bit risky. If you've tried making little changes and it's not working for a long period of time, make the big change. If no one watches this except myself, I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me. Make a big change. Right now, make a big change. I'm so sick of this is a letter to me. Hello. Stop making little changes in your life and thinking that's going to change your life dramatically, because it's not. Because you've tried that and you know it's not going to work. So make the big change. Do something risky. For the love of God, stop calculating everything. Thank you for watching. Bye. For once in your life, stop being so responsible. My advice to myself is I don't know if it's good. I guess time will tell.